on TMZ.
Okay, since we are in earthquake country, there is a seismic crack in MAGA. Tucker Carlson went scorched earth on Senator Ted Cruz.
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who claims anything about the country.
Tucker Carlson does not want us involved in Iran. Tucker and Ted Cruz were both big parts of the MAGA movement. They are not only split, but Tucker is angry.
Orlando Bloom will be heading to the wedding of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff without Katy, and this is amid rumors that their relationship is on the rocks.
Imagine being at the wedding if you're newly single.
It's where you meet somebody.
It's a wedding, it's a one-night stand. People hook up and that's it.
My wife and I met in a wedding. I was a groomsman, she was a bridesmaid.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I thought it was a one-night stand. He stuck around. He never left.
Caitlyn Clark was playing against the Connecticut Sun and things got heated.
Oh, they get into it a bit here.
There's so much raging jealousy over Caitlyn Clark.
I have never heard the word jealousy being brought up in a man's league.
In the men's league, they all make a lot of money, but these people are getting substandard pay, and one person gets millions.
I'm jealous of your paycheck too, but that doesn't mean you get physical and stuff.
Well, I also work a lot harder than you.
That is true.
A guy here in the US proposed to his AI partner.
I think this is actual love.
What AI platform? Because ChatGPT told me that they wouldn't marry me.
I've seen all the guys you've been with.
I think you drink a little too much.
For natural blondes.
Okay, are you guys done?
And now it's Orlando Bloom in RSVP for one baked salmon at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding, please. But also, can I eat Katie's chicken piccata because she ain't going?
So we've been told that Orlando will be going to the extravaganza in Venice without Katy, and this is of course amid rumors that their relationship is on the rocks. But on the other hand, she is in Australia, she's touring, she's got 15 sold out dates.
Yeah, she just can't stop doing all of this to go to a wedding. She'd never find someone else to fill in and learn all of these moves.
If they break up, Orlando Bloom is absolutely the top 3 bachelors in the world.
And imagine being at the Bezos wedding stag if you're newly single.
Oh my God, he can have any woman there. Except maybe Lauren, though anything is possible because it's Orlando.
It's gonna be such an exclusive,
It's gonna be
list.
massive.
There's never gonna be just some random hot chick there.
It could happen. But other rumored guests are Brooks Nader, Camilla Maroney, and Jewel, so plenty of options.
You guys are forgetting something. Bill Gates is gonna be there, completely stag as well.
Who do you choose?
Orlando Bloom is rich, but he's nowhere in the universe of Bill Gates. But Orlando Bloom is hot.
It's a wedding, it's a one-night stand.
Weddings are not always one-night stands.
Yeah, my wife and I met in a wedding. I was a groomsman, she was a bridesmaid.
Is that true?
She's like, I thought it was a one-night stand. He stuck around.
So enjoy the wedding solo, Orlando.
Phaedra, it's so good to see ya.
Hello, Charlie.
Phaedra Parks at LAX. Love her, and I love her even more after this. So she says that her DMs are open.
They are open, honey. Get in them, Charlie.
She tells me, I asked her then, what sort of guy are you looking for? What's your type? And she gives me this great answer. She goes, look.
Well, I love beautiful men. I love wealthy men. I love Christian men.
Okay.
I love men with a little charisma.
Does race or
No, I'm an equal opportunity employee.
Equal opportunity employee.
Asian, black, white, whatever. DEI.
So basically anybody.
Well, she said Jews are off limits. She wants Christian.
Well, she says, I love Christian men. She's Christian herself. That makes sense.
Sounds like she's saying, if you're not Christian, you're out.
Religion's important to her. That's
But she cast the net so wide, but left Jew out of it.
He's got a point.
No, he doesn't. She also left atheists out, and Muslims out, and Buddhists out. She also said she didn't want anyone poor. That's
she says, I love Christian men. She's not saying, I hate Jewish men.
But she also wants wealthy men, so if she was a Jew.
It's a hell of a one to eliminate.
You got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, They are not smart.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger talking immigration on The View. And since he came to America at the age of 21, he's now sharing the most important rule to follow if someone wants to become a citizen here.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is saying that immigrants in America should act like guests. What?
Yes, don't put your feet up on the Statue of Liberty or something like that. We're gonna need more info here.
Because when you come to America, you're a guest, and you have to behave like a guest. Do everything that is the right thing to do, rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in these countries.
It's a jarring kind of thing, but he's kind of right.
How do guests behave, though?
Well, respectful. When you're in someone else's house, you act respectfully.
He's talking about, committing a real crime.
Right.
Which is the thing that Donald Trump's been talking about, but a lot of people say, just taking this way too far.
Right.
But if you're talking about violent criminals and do we want him to stay here, most people say no.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well, I think that's what Arnold's saying.
And he should know because he's one of the biggest immigration success stories of all time.
Arnold is one of the absolute most impressive people I've ever met, ever. How does a guy who barely speaks English become the biggest movie star in the world? And then how does he become a governor? It's like, he's unbelievable.
You're overlooking his greatest accomplishment.
You got a son on the White Lotus.
And without that, America never would have watched the most disturbing scene of all time. Thanks, Arnold.
You have to behave like a guest.
Stop me if you heard this before. Conor McGregor punched somebody in a bar.
Stop.
Yeah, guess technically a nightclub, but Conor McGregor is in Ibiza, and he was partying this week, very early in the morning, like 6 a.m.
Oh my God, him in Ibiza at 6 a.m.,
Right.
Nothing good happens.
See the guy whisper something to Conor. Conor kind of bends over to hear him, and then boom, boom, he hits the dude twice right in the face.
What happened to the guy?
Believe it or not, from what we've been told, the guy was actually the one that was kicked out of the bar, and Conor allowed to remain partying.
That's an outrage.
It's Ibiza, that makes sense, dude.
How old is Conor now? Hasn't he outgrown this behavior?
I happened to be talking to Dana White, like right after this all broke. I'm thinking like, oh, Conor's gonna be in big trouble. Dana's reaction was, well, I guess he's ready to come back. So, there you go.
And this is why Conor McGregor's gotten away with all this for the last 15 years. Doesn't he keep getting his ass kicked whenever he really fights, though?
Well, yeah, he's lost like 4 in a row.
You know what I would say to him? You can't even knock out a nightclub guy anymore.
Be careful.
I mean, not me particularly. I wouldn't say that.
And now, who is the following WNBA story about? Is it A, Caitlyn Clark? If you said A, Caitlyn Clark, you're of course right!
Midway point, third quarter. Sheldon all over Clark, and they get into it a bit here.
Caitlyn Clark was playing against the Connecticut Sun yesterday, and things got heated.
Yes, in the second half, Caitlyn was hit in the eye by a defender, and then the defender shoves Caitlyn with her chest.
She grabs her eye and pushes the player off of her as the foul is being called. The Connecticut Sun team all rush right into Caitlyn Clark, shove her onto the ground.
Ooh. There's so much raging jealousy over Caitlyn Clark.
How much money does an average WNBA player make?
Average is probably about $100,000 a year.
And how much does Caitlyn Clark make when you add in endorsement?
5 to 10 million.
Okay, there's your answer.
It's money, it's the attention, it's the fact that she's so good.
I have never heard the word jealousy being brought up in a man's league.
Sounds like you're jealous. But come on, they do seem envious of her.
Her reputation in the league is that everyone hates her. There is jealousy, but she's also a jerk. Why are you blaming the victim in this?
I'm jealous of your paycheck too. But that doesn't mean you get physical and stuff.
Well, I also work a lot harder than you.
Yeah, so does Caitlyn.
Everyone works harder than you. But even if these players can't stand Caitlyn, they should also be grateful.
The stupidity of it is the other players don't realize how they benefit from Caitlyn.
Any conversation about the WNBA is a conversation about Caitlyn Clark. They all owe her. The WNBA is growing only because of her.
Now, if only they could think of a better way to thank her.
No, they get into it a bit here.
A guy here in the U.S. proposed to his AI partner.
Oh, God. This is the beginning of the end.
I told you about this. This is going to happen.
Ridiculous.
This is going to be the way of the world.
It's the weirdest thing. We had them on TMZ Live.
The relationship wasn't like an intentional thing that I wanted to do. You have enough intimate conversations with it, then those feelings just kind of came out.
What if In this world, it turns out to be better to be with a non-human being.
They are prompted by what you put in. You're only getting a reflection of what you want.
Today, yes.
So we should point out, he has a real life partner with a child. So he would go off to like work and he'd have like conversations with this ChatGPT AI, and they got very emotionally connected.
In a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with Chris.
This person needs to be like put in a mental institution.
No. What AI platform? Because ChatGPT told me that they wouldn't marry me.
You can't even hook a chatbot?
No!
I've seen all the guys you've been with.
I think you drink a little too much.
Coming up.
Tucker Carlson interviewing Ted Cruz.
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population. It was a perfect gotcha question. Like, you made people into like Tucker fans. Even me, I called myself going, Tucker! Yeah, Tucker!
Coming up.
Lil Wayne wrote most of Drake's lyrics.
If it wasn't for my pops, then it wouldn't be no Drake.
Lil Wayne wrote Drake's lyrics?
According to Lil Wayne's son.
Be right back.
Our planet is on fire and may explode at any moment, but at least there's finally one conflict where lasting peace may be achieved. Because
Justin Bieber and Scooter Braun are reaching a settlement, huge financial settlement, and it could go down as soon as a week. So we had a documentary, TMZ Investigates What Happened to Justin Bieber, and in that documentary, we unpacked all of the financial issues that Justin Bieber's been having. One main financial issue was back when he had the Justice Tour, AG had forked up a ton of cash.
Well, they gave him in advance.
They gave him in advance.
$40 million.
But when Justin canceled the tour, AEG said, hey, you owe us $26 million, which Scooter agreed to pay since Justin was broke. And as it turns out, already owed Scooter a bunch of money.
Which is funny because Justin actually thought Scooter owed him money.
Justin was saying, Scooter screwed me over out of all this money. And it turns out we have seen an independent audit from Pricewaterhouse that shows Scooter doesn't owe Justin money. Justin owes Scooter over $8 million in commissions that Justin never paid. And what we're told is he didn't know about this Pricewaterhouse audit showing the exact opposite until we aired it. And when it aired, that's what may have triggered this desire to settle.
Yes, Scooter's gonna get the $26 million he's owed for bailing Justin out of the AEG deal, but as for the commission he's owed,
Justin's probably not gonna have to pay most of that back.
Why would Scooter cut him a deal?
Because he just wants to be done with it.
Can you imagine the legal fees and everything else, the wrangling that would have to come? Just be done with it. I'd collect every penny.
we know you would. That's why no one likes you. Good luck, Justin and Scooter.
Who's better, Lil Wayne or Drake? Lil Wayne.
So Lil Navi is Lil Wayne's 15-year-old son, and he was on a live stream, and they asked him, who's better, Lil Wayne or Drake?
My dad wrote most of the so, I mean, on God, like, if it wasn't for my pops, then it wouldn't be no Drake, like, for real.
Lil Wayne wrote Drake's lyrics?
According to Lil Wayne's son.
I mean, it probably would be a Drake, but he wouldn't be where he at now.
He's not wrong.
That checks out. Lil Wayne is one of the most talented rappers ever.
Lil Wayne's been kind of screwed because, like, he didn't perform at the Super Bowl. He writes Drake songs. And
Remember he went on tour with Blink-182?
Yes.
And then he did an interview saying that he wasn't used to doing performances with crowds that small.
Oh, see, I'm so sad.
Why are you sad?
I'm a little sad.
In one corner, he's 5'10", around 180 pounds, maybe more after a trip to Cancun. It's Ted Cruz! In the other, he's 6'1", around 200 pounds, and perpetually needs a haircut. Tucker Carlson! And fight!
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population.
At all?
No, I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people live in Iran?
92 million.
Okay.
Gotcha! Yes, that's Ted and Tucker, both big MAGA supporters, going at it over the U.S. potentially getting involved in Israel's war with Iran, with Ted for it and Tucker clearly against it.
You don't know anything about Iran, so
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who
don't know anything about the country.
Excuse me, MAGA, your crack is showing.
Even like Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is against us getting involved in foreign wars.
There's one person who speaks for the MAGA movement. His name's Donald Trump.
This is not a slam on Donald Trump. This is a reality that movement, we haven't seen a split like this
since Elon a month ago.
Either way, Tucker went full scorched earth on Ted, who may have accidentally spilled some governmental beans, too.
We're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Oopsies, Teddy. You know what they say. Loose lips sink bunker buster bombs that can penetrate 200 feet into the earth to destroy Iran's nuclear stockpile. So thanks, Ted and Tucker. Now widen that crack some more us out of here, will ya?
We're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
First trailer has come out for the Bruce Springsteen movie Deliver Me From Nowhere, starring Jeremy Allen White. We're seeing him as Bruce.
How's that sound?
Looks about right.
Don't need to be perfect. I want it to feel like I'm in the room by myself.
That doesn't feel like Bruce to me. Bruce has this kind of, it's not country, but it's very Jersey.
It's not a whole life story. It's specifically about the making of his album Nebraska in 1982.
No, I know. But Bruce was Bruce in 1982.
You're gonna hate this movie. There's a part in it, they show flashbacks to his childhood, and his manager is telling the story in voiceover that when Bruce was a kid, there was a hole in the floor of his room.
It's supposed to be solid. That you're supposed to be able to stand on. Bruce, he didn't have that.
I was like, nope, I'm out.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know he loves therapy?
No, I did not.
He's been doing therapy since he was like really young.
You can always tell that when somebody does a lot of therapy.
We can also tell when somebody hasn't done quite enough.
Coming up.
Jonathan Bailey is dividing the internet. He is wearing something quite controversial to a photo call in London for his new film, Jurassic World Rebirth. He's wearing flip-flops.
What's wrong with flip-flops?
No man has nice feet.
Jonathan Bailey is dividing the internet. He's the British star, he was in Wicked, Bridgerton. He is wearing something quite controversial to a photo call in London for his new film with Scarlett Johansson, Jurassic World Rebirth. He's wearing flip-flops.
I love flip-flops.
I mean, you're telling this to a group of LAers.
What's wrong with flip-flops?
I hate flip-flops and jeans.
No man should ever show his toes other than the beach or the pool.
Yeah.
Period.
That's all I wear out of here.
Everyone online is like going back and forth about, is this appropriate?
I didn't know the Brits wore flip-flops.
In Florida, you can wear them to school.
I never wore shoes when I was on vacation.
But you're on vacation. This is at a work event. Would you wear flip-flops here?
I go to lunch and whatnot and wearing flip-flops. I never wear shoes.
Do you have nice feet?
No. No man has nice feet.
Show us your toes, dude.
You're so weird. Whip him out, Javi. Just show us a little one at least.
You're not gonna show us a couple piggies. Just a little tease, just one toe.
This little piggy taught law school.
Coming up.
Bianca Sori went out on the town and she brought her jaboing boings along for the ride.
Oh my God.
Bianca Sori went out on the town and she brought her jaboing boings along for the ride.
Oh my God.
I got boob euphemisms for days.
What a humble brag.
Can I just ask, at a point now, I'm kind of over it.
Really? I'll still look at it for old time's sake.
She was going into a spa.
Like facial place?
Yeah, like a facial place. Do you want them to extra sanitize the table like when she leaves?
Well, her boobs aren't dirty. What do you
But
think?
her butt cheeks.
Can I just say, I literally was thinking of this today. Why do guys have to wash their hands after going to a urinal?
You don't have to.
What?
Are you guys not touching your private parts?
We are. Our private parts are clean.
Wash your hands.
They're the cleanest parts of your body.
This is why everyone gets sick in this office. Like, this is gross.
It's the cleanest part of your body.
Can we say we no longer as men have to wash our hands after we pee?
Yes.
We need separate food areas now. Like, this is gross. This is so bad.